Here are the 7 deadliest foods around the world. Number 1. Nomura's jellyfish in Japan. This jellyfish is the largest in the world. They are bigger than humans and can sting you if you encounter them in the water. And they're also really scary when eaten. But no matter that, it's a popular delicacy in Japan and China. Toxins in the jellyfish, known as glycoalkaloids, can lead to cramping, headaches, and even worse. Only properly trained chefs can prepare the jellyfish as a delicacy without the toxins. But if any traces are left, it doesn't take much to get you sick. Number 2. Silver striped blossop in Asia and Europe. Found in the Indian Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea, the silver-striped blossop fish is a delicacy in many coastal towns. Eating it is fine, as long as you avoid the liver, the reproductive organs, and the skin. If you bite into those parts, you can suffer from potentially fatal paralysis and breathing problems. Number 3. Tapioca. Who could have thought that drinking bubble tea would be risky? Turns out tapioca, the thing that's used to make boba, must be consumed with caution. Tapioca contains something called linamatin, a very toxic poison that can be found in cassava. And since tapioca flour is made from the starch of cassava root, there's a risk of poisoning if tapioca is not correctly refined. But don't worry, your bubble tea should be fine. Just be careful if you think the tapioca balls have possibly not been correctly prepared. Number 4. Inky cap mushroom in the northern hemisphere. There's nothing dangerous about eating an inky cap mushroom, but mixing it with alcohol results in unpleasant consequences. The inky cap mushrooms contain a toxin that causes illness when consumed with alcohol. It doesn't take much booze for the ill effects to take hold. Apparently, you only need to touch rubbing alcohol or smell perfume for symptoms to kick in. And the symptoms usually remain for 5 days after the consumption. Number 5. Larb in Thailand and Laos. Larb is one of the most popular Thai dishes. It's a raw meat salad with herbs, and it's delicious. But what kind of meat is used to cook it? And how fresh it is? As you can imagine, that sometimes causes problems. There have been several known cases of dozens of people getting infections after eating larb in Thailand, California, and other places in the world. It's not so much even about this specific dish, as eating raw meat of any kind comes with risks, including contracting rabies if the meat is from a rabid animal. Number 6. Raw cashews. Even if you don't have a nut allergy, every single one of us will have a chemical reaction to raw cashews, but not the ones we find in stores. Those have been steamed to remove the plant's dangerous chemical called urushiol, so those are safe to eat. But raw cashews, which are actually seeds growing on the outside of fruit found on tropical trees, contain the same chemical found in poison ivy, leading to rashes and swelling. Number 7. Rhubarb. A rhubarb pie won't harm you. Instead, it's the red-stemmed plant's leaves that want to kill you. Rhubarb, the bright vegetable often found in jams and pies, has a dark side: its leaves. Rhubarb leaves should not be used in baking or cooking as they contain oxalic acid. Consuming too much oxalic acid can be fatal, though you would have to eat large quantities of rhubarb leaves, approximately 11 pounds, to die from it. However, eating small amounts can cause several uncomfortable symptoms, so it's best to just stay away from these leaves.